This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Welcome to the Live with Carisha show. I'm here with Ray Daniels. I don't want to mess it up. Ray, we don't chase the system. We created Daniels.
Okay, I never heard that one before. That's dope.
I seen it in your own bio. So how are you?
I said that in my bio?
It isn't. Listen, I do my research.
That's great. I know that's my bio. Thank you. I'm good.
Everyone's talking about my new talk show, Live with Carisha. We shoot live on Thursdays in Atlanta. It's amazing. What are you waiting for? Tap in.
It's weird because my shredder says I'm a walking quotable, so I'll be having quotes going around everywhere. But that's just how I feel. Like, I think the system has failed us. We got to be the new system.
Yes, we do. And listen, first of all, congratulations on all these Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, Billboard Power Player, Signal Award, Double XL Board with the Double XL Board. You, like you said, you've broken in so many artists. What's one of these would you say was your most memorable experience to accept?
I think being on the cover of XXL was the biggest thing to me because, like, I remember when Vanessa called me about it and she was telling me about the board, and I was like, and she was like, I'm gonna put everybody on the cover, and I was like, I'm gonna cover the XXL magazine. She's like, what? Dog, that's a big frame on my wall, bro. You can't take that from me. Like, I grew up like stealing that magazine out of stores as a kid to now
being on the cover.
It's like, bro, you can't tell me dreams ain't possible, man. So yeah, that's probably the biggest one.
God bless you on that. So let's start with the effort era. You mentioned that that's the focus. If you guys are studying his social media, 2026 is the year of effort. So why are we in the effort era right now?
Because everybody's doing it. Music has become the hobby the world wants to explore, and we got to the point where you couldn't do music unless you were great. You know, it was about greatness. Like Whitney was great, Mariah was great, or MC Hammer was great. It had to have something about you that was great, and it feels like now it's all about who's popular, and popular negates greatness to me because popularity will make you think because you have the crowd that you actually did what someone great actually did. Greatness is a measure. You can't measure. It's like you can't measure excuses against greatness. So to me, I just think it's the effort era because we have so many artists trying right now. Like, everybody wants to be in music and everybody's producing and everybody's making music to the point where we have 50 million songs uploaded per calendar year.
Right.
Shit, how you gonna get my attention? Think about it. If everybody got on red shirts and you got on a red shirt, how you gonna get my attention? You got to give it a little bit more effort.
I see.
Effort stands out. Effort is what happens to make people stand out.
Is that what motivates you to create Flight to Fame?
Flight to Fame was more. The amount of artists that come to me, I get at least 100 DMs a day, minimum. Like, I come leave my phone, I come back 5-6 hours later, I got 60 DMs. Like, people, all right, check me out. And it's frustrating to me because it's like I'm watching you bark up the wrong tree. Like, the energy you're putting to say, Ray, check me out, you should put that energy into telling the fans why your music is good. I'll give you an example of a brother, Young Thug. Young Thug last year put out an album, a highly anticipated album, obviously, because he was just in jail.
Right.
But the album wasn't a hit. The interview with Bank was.
You better talk, child. So you watch other people's interviews?
Listen, when I was in the car, I was listening to a podcast. That's all I do is listen to podcasts.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh no, I'm a fan of this shit. That's why I can do it all day. I can watch people talk. Like, I'm listening to a Jimmy Iovine interview, just dropped it a couple days ago. I'm 45 minutes into it and I'm pissed. Cause I'm like, man, it's gonna be over in an hour and a half, man. Oh my God. It's like I can't wait. I'm like savoring every moment. Like, you gotta understand something. I wasn't taught. I wasn't picked. I wasn't a guy that someone said, hey, you could be something. I had to pick myself. So when you pick yourself, that means, so when you don't have certain things, you got to learn from them. So I might not have a coach to teach me how to be great. So I watch the coach teach him how to be great.
Right.
You don't have to tell me. I'm listening to what you're telling him. And I learn from that. So, for me, I'll let you finish it because I don't want to take
No. Child, we already started that. We're going to start with the independent artists. We're going to go to the Golden Elephant.
Oh, no, but Flight to Fame U, let me just get to that. Let me answer that question. Flight to Fame U was created because artists come to me and say, Ray, I want to sign to you. And I'm like, signing to me, you're going to be mad at me in the end if you sign to me.
Why?
Because you're going to realize how much work I had to do and how much work you had to do. So I can sign you and take 70-30 my way and then give you a royalty and take over. But the minute that you realize that all Ray has to do is make a couple phone calls and put up a couple dollars, and you got to do all the rest of the work, don't get me wrong, at first you're cool, but once you get your million, you're going to hate me. But it's because you don't understand. So I like to, I've made people rich. When you make people rich, one thing you have to understand is that you get to see them change into who they really want to be.
Right.
And when they change, it could go, I always say, I gotta love you when you are poor, because I'm only gonna like you when you get rich. Right? And if I like you when you're poor, I'm gonna hate you when you get rich. So for me, it's like when you make somebody rich in my world, you're creating Frankenstein. We literally do that in our business. We create the monster that eventually kills us.
What? You better listen. Talk about it. Let's keep it up with the independent artists. What would you say today's independent artists, where are they lacking at the most?
They think Superman is coming to save them.
Oh, gosh. Dig deeper. Why?
Because it's like I can only say that because I can relate to it. As a young black man who wished his father was in the house to be present to teach me what the world was, he wasn't. So I had two choices. I could sit around and say, why my dad ain't here? Or I can get the fuck off my ass and do something about it. I just got off my ass and did something about it. Right. What I do, I don't know, but I know I'm not going to sit down and mope about it. And, I got up and I saved myself. So I see so many artists coming up to me like, bro, God, we about to mortgage our house off because God told me this for us. And I'm like, don't mortgage your fucking house off.
Right.
Please don't. The music business is luck or it's skill.
You think there's luck involved? So
I think 95% of it is luck.
What?
Are you serious? I think the only people that are skilled, let me tell you what luck is. One-hit wonders. One album wonders. 2 albums, success, 1.5 albums, then the rest, you're lucky. You got lucky. You was good enough, you had the momentum, you started up here, and you declined. If you look at someone's career, and if they peak is the beginning, they got lucky. The peaks, you should never start at the peak. You should go up, peak, stay up for a long time, then slowly coast. If you shoot up to the top and shoot back down, you got lucky.
I saw a podcast the other day where somebody said that an independent artist needs $1,500 monthly for their career. Do you think that's true? Minimum $1,500.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say all of that is relative to what your skill is that you have and what your skill is you don't have, right? So like me, I can get on camera and talk that shit. I'm not bragging to myself. I've obviously shown over the last 3 years that I can put a camera in front of me and say something that can get people compelling to, be interested in what I'm doing. Right. That doesn't mean I know how to build a podcast. I'm still learning that because that's the technicalities, right? So I might be the star, and I might have viral moments, and that's been luck for me. I'm being honest. I say I'm lucky. I'm lucky on my podcast because if I was doing it properly, I'll have 1 million subscribers and be making $100,000 a month. Right. But I don't know what I'm doing, and I can't stop to do it because I'm making $100,000 a month doing that. And I'm not leaving that. I will just keep getting lucky over here and figure it out. And by the way, I feel like I finally got it figured out. But, it took me 3 years of losing hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and all the time and hiring people and firing people and making enemies because someone told me they're going to change my life and then they don't. I got to let them go and then they raise a fuck nigga. And I'm like, I'm not. You just didn't do what you say you was going to do.
You mean with the podcast, what you built?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I think I'm probably the most interesting story in entertainment. And I'm saying it because it's me. I am a successful manager. I managed one of the biggest creatives in the world. We had the biggest song on Apple Music in the whole 25 year, right? But at the same time, people know me as a podcaster. But what they don't know is that once I'm finished with the camera, I got to go handle my business.
Right.
And when a real podcast, when you finish with the camera, you look at the edit, you talk about the rollout. I have never set up a rollout in my life for my podcast. Like how these guys are. I just want to say something, not to be on my own dick, but that lets me know that I'm better than all of them because y'all have systems in place and I'm still passing y'all. Now imagine when I figure that shit out.
So you just drop content.
I'm lucky, y'all. I'm being honest with you. I don't know what I'm doing yet. When I do know what I'm doing, my company be worth $100 million.
But you already kind of had the skills of like, I mean, you didn't do podcasting before, no, but you've been in the music industry, so
I'm
you
just being myself. What I'm doing. This is what I learned. Let me tell y'all something. I remember when I would go to A&R meetings, and I hope he doesn't get mad at me, but he probably just laugh at it. But I used to work for L.A. Reid, and L.A. would whisper to my ear. Like, swear to God, y'all, it'll be 30 of us in the room. Everybody's eating, getting ready for the meeting in L.A. and come and whisper in my ear and be like, "Hey, yo, Ray, light this motherfucker up for me today." Because they know I'm going to bring the energy. I'm fun.
Right.
I'm joking. I would be the shit talker. It was funny because my first 9 months working for Epic, I don't think I delivered anything, but I made L.A. laugh every fucking time I saw him.
Well, if you can make somebody laugh, that's
Every
the way to
time.
their heart.
I remember the first time he played a song and I was in the room, he played this artist, and my natural inclination, I'm Ray. I talk. Y'all see that. My natural inclination is say it was on my mind. That's what you pay me for. They play an artist. I said, I get more bitches than him. I just whispered that to myself. And LA was like, look around. Who the fuck said that? So I'm kind of like, yeah, I did. He said, what'd you say? I said, I get more hoes than him.
Ooh.
Me and him going to the club, I'm going to get more chicks than him. I know that for a fact. And LA, and by the way, I was right. That artist didn't work. That's how I got my bones up. Maybe if the artist did work, I might not have a career right now. I said I never was afraid to say what I saw, because to me, I'm not a bad person. And if I see something bad, if I say something bad, it's because I saw something bad.
Right.
That's not because I am bad. I just say what I see.
So let's since you never afraid to say, Atlanta now. Let's take it back to Atlanta. Atlanta done took some hits in the hip hop game. We done had the jail call leaks over the summer. We done had the DJs battling against each other. We done had a little bit of things going on with independent artists. So do you feel like Atlanta still carries the throne in the hip-hop game, or is it...
What's happening in Atlanta is what's happening all across the world in all industries.
Talk about it.
Money is drying up and people are acting out. It's like I came in this room and I said to everybody, I said, is everybody in here getting their ass kicked by life? Everybody said yes. That is everybody. The only people that's really winning are the filthy rich. And that's because, and they're trying to get on the motherfucking moon right now. They got other plans. But what I'm telling you is, if you have a family, if you have kids in school, if you are hustling every day, life is hard right now for everybody. So when people try to shine a light on Atlanta about what Atlanta is or what Atlanta represents, it's kind of funny to me. It's just, you basically just giving Atlanta credit because that's how you see us. Every market is struggling. Look at Memphis. Like, look what's happening in Memphis right now, right? Like, with fucking Dolph getting murdered and people talking and saying this is happening, and it's like, that's because money is drying up.
Right.
That's because the industry is drying up. That's because everybody's trying to figure out, and I keep telling everybody, you got to just survive. That's my message to anybody. I was looking at Jimmy Iovine interview, and he said, I just lasted the longest. Sometimes we be so busy trying to win, we don't forget we got to be here, survive. Like, so what I mean by that is, if you have $100 in your pocket, right? Don't think, you might tell yourself, man, I'm going to get signed in 3 months, right? You might tell yourself that. So now you spending $33 a month.
Right.
Because you're like, in 3 months it's going to run out.
Right.
Nigga, you better make that $100 last you 24 months.
Do you think this dry spell is going to pass?
Yeah, I think it's passing now.
Okay.
Because what happens is when people come for the gold rush,
right,
they realize it's over. Now the talented people that say they artists are going to go home and go get jobs.
Oh.
I'm going to go get a job.
Listen, we're going to hold this prediction. We're going to revisit this.
I'm a forecaster. The reason why I talk on the podcast, honest to God truth why I talk, because so many of my peers, people that's going to see this right now, have came in my fucking office, came around me, got information, took the information I gave them, won with it, and never came back and said thank you. So you know what I say now? And by the way, I'm not mad at them. Right. I get it. Hey, look, my nigga, we all got to do what we got to do. But for me, I said, I'm going to start recording what I say. So now when people start running around here using my words, people can say, you got that from Ray. That's why I talk on camera now.
I know. Yes, I love that. Speaking of finances, our good sister Glorilla has been on social media for the past 24 hours, child. For those of y'all hiding under a rock, it was her sister Scar that put her on blast, saying that she's not helping Glorilla, and her mother still works at FedEx. So I have to ask you, as somebody who's fully like in the industry, when an artist gets on, is it their responsibility to help the family, especially when as large as Glow? 10 brothers and sisters, child. That's a lot.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to take what you said again and say it happens in every world. When poor people do something to get themselves something, Glorilla had to make an effort
Right.
to be Glorilla.
Right.
She had to make the FNF record. She had to come there, shoot the video, promote the record, do this. Glorilla has been working, giving effort for herself, by the way, her right to do. And I just talked about this a few minutes ago. I'll say it to you. Here's what frustrates me. It's Glorilla is doing what she's supposed to do. You're supposed to, God gave me a talent. I'm going to honor that talent. I'm going to hustle my ass off to get to a place where I'm at now, where I can have the things I have and go live. See, what I want black people to understand is, man, sometimes you black people just want to be happy. And I think that the black people, and me as a black person that was in the struggle, sometimes black people in the struggle want to hold black people that want to be happy to their standards. My thing is this: if Glorilla took the risk, she made a move, and it's helping her, and she did what's good for her. Now, here's the other side. The sister, she's wrong, but she's thinking like a poor person, and she's airing out family business. Now, here's the fucked up part about it. The sister's going to be famous now.
Right.
And she's going to be famous for shitting on her sister.
And getting paid to do interviews.
And they're going to pay her to do interviews. They're going to put her on TV shows. They're going to put her on baddies. Remember I say all this right now? They're going to put her in the zeitgeist. She's going to lose it. And then she's going to understand what it's like. But what they don't understand is that Glorilla is a character. The character has to always look the part. So, yeah, sometimes I might be on a private jet that I'm fronting that I can't really afford, or I might be spending my last to do because it's really an investment to help these people see me as that so they can give me more. Like, we're all playing the game. I just wish our sister to air out hers. I get it, but now the sister's going to benefit, and there's going to be another person that did something wrong that's going to be famous, and all of a sudden, other people are going to be like, I'm going to do that to my brother now.
But you know, karma has a funny way of finding people, though, right?
Listen. You talking like grandma and them now. Karma. No. I'm not saying you're wrong. Listen what I'm saying. You're not wrong. But them folks ain't think about no motherfucking karma. They think about they struggle, where they at, and all they see is their sister on TV living a good life, and she's at work, and she's a woman, she's a lesbian woman, and she's lifting big ass boxes with men, and they looking at her like, your sister Glorilla, why the fuck you over here with us? And she's mad at her sister. I get it, sweetheart. It's unfortunate that y'all looking like y'all got the same name, whatever. But what you just did was you just sold your soul to get fame. Because you killed your family to get fame. And that's whack to me. That's terrible to me. And the unfortunate thing is that the sister's going to be a star. They're going to blow up. Everybody going to like her. She's going to do interviews everywhere. She's going to get her own money. And we're going to see if she fucking helps.
Yep. We're going to see if you help. That's the way you put it. I love that. Listen, my condolences to Glow. I love that. And I like that she works so hard to get to where she is. And I agree with everything you're saying. Like, you really can't just be counting nobody's pockets and thinking that they have it. I'm going to say it again. 10 brothers and sisters is a lot. That's a lot.
And she's a woman. And let's talk about this too. I'm gonna give that to her. She's a woman. A woman natural place in life is to find her husband, take his last name, create a family with him. That's why when a woman gets married, her father gives her to her husband.
Right.
You're responsible for her now. So expecting Glow to do what a man's supposed to do is whack to me. Glow's a woman. All she wanted to be was a woman. She got a little nigga now. He got money.
Tall, man.
He got money. She got money. Like, and I understand, sis. I get it. Why we can't be happy like that? You want to know why? You ain't get no effort.
You wasn't with her shooting in the gym.
You ain't in the effort era, baby. You gotta give effort.
The effort era. I love that. Speaking about Glow, did you see on social media? I think it was Isaac Hayes that made a post on social media about the Grammys and the hip hop category, and Kendrick won Best Hip Hop Album of the Year. And I got the top 5. Clips, Glorilla, Kendrick, Jid, and Tyler. Do you think Kendrick had the most impact in the hip hop community and that the award was deserving?
I think the Grammys gave Kendrick that because they knew they was going to give Bad Bunny a week before the Super Bowl the award that Kendrick really wanted, which was Album of the Year.
Really?
So I think that they knew they couldn't give Kendrick Album of the Year, so they gave it to Bad Bunny. So they was like, well, we got to give Kendrick one album of the year because it was so impactful, so you only could give it to rap. So sometimes it just wasn't your year. It was like the year Confessions came out. Usher should have won every award. You know who won every award?
Who?
Ray Charles. Want to know why?
Why?
He just died.
Oh.
And the movie just came out. Ray won every award.
So
Usher should have won it, but
it was a respect thing.
It was sometimes God's timing is more powerful than yours.
So the Grammys, they do that? Like
you got to remember, the Grammys are 15,000 voting members. People like me, I'm a voting member. I never voted, but I'm a voting member. And people like me, and we're going to buy into the story. And usually we're going to start from the top to the bottom. We're going to go to the biggest award and then go down.
Right.
So we see you like Bad Bunny, I'm going to give it to him. Oh, shit, I should have gave it to Kendrick. I'm going to give it to him. Yeah. I think it was last year. I think we should have won Grammy for best rap song, and I think we lost to Not Like Us. And I'll be honest with you, I think our record was better than Not Like Us.
What
I think
record?
J. Cole, Lil Durk, All My Life.
Yes.
I knew we was gonna get best rap record for that. I
was a
knew it,
big
and we didn't.
song.
And we didn't get it because it was just Kendrick was just too much of a force, and I don't think you couldn't beat him. I think that's what we lost to. But if I did, don't hold me accountable. But I know I thought we were supposed to win and we didn't.
How was Cardi able to win a Grammy coming in the game so early off her first album?
It's the story. Girls, I didn't even know she won a Grammy her first album. You did. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because they wanted her to win for someone like you to ask that question. I'm not being funny. It's all the story. I don't care. He don't care. You care because she looks like you. She's a woman. It's bruh. How we have to keep interest in anything by giving it storylines.
I like you. Let's dive into the power behind Ray Daniels. We have to get into it then because, yeah, the storylines. So, going from Billboard chart maker to architect of culture, what was the exact moment you realized influence mattered more than access?
Influence matters more than access. When I started Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z is probably top 5 smartest human beings on earth. I always give him that. But Jay was the person that leveraged celebrity to gain influence to turn himself into a billionaire. He never cared about being a celebrity.
Right.
He always wanted to be a businessman, and he used his celebrity to leverage himself in the business to get in rooms and get other deals. So think about this. Let's say let's use give me a rapper. Just give me a rapper. Name one. I don't want to use. I use name a famous rapper. Just name one. It don't matter.
Moneybagg Yo.
Moneybagg Yo. Okay, Moneybagg Yo. Perfect example. Moneybagg Yo. Fire. Records. Everything. I don't think nobody at Puma want to hear what he got to say though. See, that's what Jay-Z had. It's like he was saying what he thought on record. He was saying, like, and I don't wear jerseys, I'm 30 plus. He was showing you how much power he had. Let me show you how I killed the jersey. Let me show you my influence. Every time he killed something, whether he beat Nas or whatever it was, he showed that's how much influence I have. My influence is so powerful to the point where the NFL gave him $100 million, Puma gave him $100 million, and everybody gave him $100 million because if we give you $100 million, all we got to do is pay you and everybody else going to follow.
Why are they dragging him right now with them Epstein files?
Why they dragging who?
Jay-Z. Why are they trying to tie him into that?
Let me tell you something. I got to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't even entertain the they. Why they? I swear to God, if you're not going to say the name, I don't entertain it. I need to hear who said it because what happens is we give the whispers a voice when we say what they say. Who the fuck is they? Anything I said, Ray Daniels said it. Ray Daniels said it. I saw a Bow Wow being interviewed by Bootleg Kev. I saw him get interviewed by Bootleg Kev, and first thing Bootleg Kev said is, "Can we start off the interview with something Ray Daniels said?" He didn't say people say. Ray Daniels said. That's what I like. We got to get back to that. The they are motherfucking nobodies. That's why we call them they. So when do we start giving nobodies voices? The only way you can hold a voice in this country is you have to be great or do something. Now all you have to do is sign up to social media and say something, and all of a sudden you're they. I don't acknowledge them. They don't even exist in my world.
Listen, how did you get here? Like, what part of yourself did you have to shed to become the Ray Daniels you are today?
I had to learn that my grandmother's grandmother gave her something that she gave her mother, and my mother was giving it to me, and I didn't want it. I didn't like how I always felt as a little boy that I can be what I am today. I could be a millionaire and I could run the world. So my mother and my family is telling me to go take jobs and things like low things that I think I'm better than. I don't get mad at her because that's what her mother told her to do. So what I had to do was learn to break the cycle and listen to myself. Just because Mama said something don't mean Mama was right.
Right.
Your grandma might tell you, whatever you do, don't take nobody's shit. You know, like that might not work when you're a rookie coming up. You got to take shit as a rookie.
Right.
You might listen to your grandma. Now you ain't fucking making it in the NBA because your grandma tell you don't take no shit. So the first person to try to haze you punch them in the mouth. What are you doing? My grandma told me, oh, you need to go back with your grandma then. So for me, I had to unlearn everything that I was taught. And man, let Let me tell you something. I tell this to anybody out there. I'm gonna look at the camera. If you have a dream and no one believes in you, let me explain something to you. Just close your eyes and just keep going forward. Don't pay attention. Just keep going forward. The reason why I act the way I act, and you know, Kanye has a famous line. My favorite Kanye line.
What is it?
Nigga, when he said, y'all can't tell me nothing. You wanna know why Kanye said that?
Why?
Because when y'all told him something, he didn't listen and he still became Kanye. So how you gonna tell me something now? You told me I couldn't do it and I did that. Now you gonna tell me something again? Ha, you can't tell me nothing.
Kanye could back it up.
No, he did it. You gotta remember, when I'm quitting Delta and I'm being told that I'm dumb, you're dumb for quitting Delta. I made more money January 2026 than I would have made at the whole year at Delta. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me I'm dumb for quitting it. That's because that's how you see the world. I feel like I'm bigger than that. And I proved it. So now when you try to humble me,
right,
I got to remind you that you tried to do that a couple times. And every time you did it, I got bigger. So at some point in time, you got to understand that your words don't mean shit to me.
Right.
Your words don't, Tehran words matter more to me than any other person in the world. Want to know why? Because we did it together. When I told him I could do it, he said he could do it, we did it together. And that's why we still together, still running the world together.
I love that. I love that. Through your illustrious career, we all know you work with Lizzo, Beyonce, working in these amazing rooms and with household names. What was one thing that you had to do behind the scenes that people probably didn't understand, but it worked out later on?
I think the worst mistake.
Like your most misunderstood decision.
I think the decision that made me become a man in the music industry is when I left Epic. Yeah. Because what happened was when I worked for LA basically said, Ray, because I wanted to work for him. And he said, Ray, if you really want to work for me, I'm going to make an offer and you're going to take it. Don't let your lawyer me because you said you want to be with me. So I said, LA, whatever you offer me, I'm going to take it. He offered me what he took, and I took it. And then I did. He said, if you do good, after 2 years, I take care of you. 2 years later, he didn't take care of me. So I had to go take other meetings, and Interscope wound up giving me a deal that I wanted, and I shook their hand, and LA was like, bro, it's just a game we playing. You got to understand, your lawyer's supposed to come back. And I'm like, LA, the only reason my feelings was hurt like this because you told me I never lawyered you.
Right.
So I don't know my lawyer's supposed to save the day. I told my lawyer, I believe in this man. What this man told me, take that, he go take care of me. Mm-hmm. And when it didn't happen, I had to go show him that I'll make my own move. It was the worst move I think I made in my career for my happiness. Because the happiest time of my life was working around those people and having that. But it was almost like I was the most popular nigga in high school and I needed to go to college. Right. And Interscope was college for me. I learned everything there.
What was one of the biggest things you learned? Most important thing you learned?
What I learned, the difference between Interscope is the real music business. Epic was LA music business. What I mean by that is like, you didn't get a record out of Epic when I was there unless LA said it was a hit. At Interscope, they didn't care. Put out what you believe.
They gave the artist more...
No, they gave the executives. I'm talking, that said that to me.
Oh, they gave you more freedom.
Yeah, like, yo, that's the song you want? Put the single out.
Oh.
Who's shooting the video? Well, LA, it was like, I couldn't even mix a record. If I mixed it, I had to send it to him for approval. So I remember I got my first mix on my first artist at Interscope, and I'm like, yo, who do I send it to for approval? And it was like, do you approve it? I'm like, I love it, but it was like, well, if you love it, then we love it. So I was used to being handheld, like I said, high school, college.
Right.
I had more fun there. I had my handheld. I got the Interscope. They was like, fuck you. Go across the street. But it was like, I just wouldn't understand it. But I quit. Right. I want to quit in that Interscope.
What made you quit?
Because the guy that was over black music, I knew that he didn't want me there. And he was sabotaging me. So he would call meetings with people and he would put, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It was a meeting with Spotify. Okay. And Majima and Tuma were there. And Majima and Tuma, that's family to this day. Mm-hmm. So Majima's like, Ray, I'm at the Interscope meeting. Where you at? We in the meeting. We all the black executives. And I'm like, I didn't know nothing about it. So I go, she said, we in such and such room. So I go look, and I'm about to walk in the door, and it said, if Joey didn't invite you in, you cannot come in here. So I was like, well, shit, okay. So I sat outside and waited for them. Right. And then they came out. It was all, Ray, we love you. And I was like, damn, what the fuck is going on? So you start realizing I was the only person that was black that was hired by, I was the only black person on the white staff. I was the only black person that didn't report to this person. Right. Everybody else black reported to him except for me. And the only reason I knew he fucked me because after I quit Interscope, a promo guy from Interscope came to me and gave me a hug, maybe 6 months later, and was like, yo, I just want to apologize to you. And I said, for what? He was like, yo, bro, I killed all your records. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, he told me to kill your records. He said, don't let your records go.
What?
Think about that. When I tell you it's not about, you see what I mean by luck?
Right.
That artist, all my artists I signed suffered because this person didn't want to see me win. Not because they weren't great. Not because they didn't have the opportunity, just because some other politics. That's what I mean by luck.
That's crazy. Lord. So what would you say was the worst thing that happened in the music industry that broke your heart? At 29 Sky Entertainment, they are introducing fresh talent and creativity to the world. They offer innovative services in marketing, artist development, management, and more. So make sure you follow 29 Sky Entertainment on all social media platforms. They also offer security and truck and Ubering services. That's right, they have all of the resources to help you with your music and deliver your heavy loads all around the world. Don't stress no more as an artist. Find a label that can get behind you and help you get the work done today.
Listen, man, I ain't lying to you, man. I remember one day LA cursed me out.
No.
He cursed me out. First time he ever cursed me out. I remember he cursed me out, and I'm from the hood, so I just took it, just put my he was going off, and I'm just like, and then he's like, now somebody played me a fucking, and I never get. He said, and if you got a problem with that, you can get the fuck out my company to me. And then he said, now somebody played me a fucking smash because I'm pissed. And somebody played a record, and then after the record comes on, LA walks over to me. He's like, yo, bro, I just want to tell you I love you. And I know I'm hard on you because I said, hey, don't do that. I said, you think you could break me? I've been called a motherfucker since I came out of my mother. There's nothing you could do to hurt me.
Right.
He was like, man, I love you, Ray. Bro, so break my heart? Am I a bitch? Break my heart? Dog, I came to this game for one reason, to make sure my family was okay.
Right.
That's what the fuck I did. Now, did I have fun? Yes. Was it hard a lot of times? Yes. But did I get the motherfucking goal? The goal was to retire my mom and all the other shit, and I fucking did it.
Congratulations.
All my houses flat out, all my cars flat out. If the music industry decides to tell me right now, Ray, we don't want you, I still own it all. Because when I was getting my big checks, instead of going to Magic City, I paid my house off.
I know that's right.
Instead, when I got my big check, instead of buying a diamond chain, I paid my other house off. I paid everything off. And then I was like, now when I buy something, I can keep it because I own all my house. I own $4 million in real estate. Just sitting right here.
Nice.
Flat out.
I love that. I love that. So you have single-handedly positioned yourself as the intersection of culture, debate, and artist development. What responsibility do you feel you have in shaping narratives in hip-hop media right now?
Sometimes, all right, let me tell you a quick story. I remember I signed this kid, NLE Chopper, right? You know NLE Chopper?
Not this kid. We know him.
But I'm telling you, because I'm only saying it because I signed him, he was 17. He was a kid, right? So when we signed NLE Chopper, he had Shotta Flow out. He was a gangster kid, little gangster, right? And then, Chopper comes from a really good family. Like, people don't know his mother is...
His mother is her.
No. His mother's a multimillionaire already. Chopper has a full court... He has a basketball court and a pool at his house as a kid. Like, Chopper comes from something.
Oh, nice.
He just, he's just a kid. He started rapping and he made gangster shit. But that's not the point. The point is that Chopper decided that he wanted to make a clean album, like From Dark to Light.
Right.
So I'm on a major call with all the company. And, obviously I know that these white men are like, what the fuck? We signed Ice Cube. Now he wants to be Arrested Development? Like, what is this, right? So, but how they going to ask me? So they're like, yo, so that's like 100 of us on the call. So Chopper, he wants to be this conscious, Ray. Like, what are we going to do? And I go, Tupac said, keep your head up. He said, Brennan got a baby. And he also said, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. He said it all at different points in his life. He's a kid, he's growing. Just let him grow. His audience is growing with him. And they was like, all right, cool, perfect. What if I'm not in that room? Matter of fact, we see what happens when I'm not in that room. No disrespect, but we see what happens when I'm not in the room.
Right.
Because you don't have anybody in the room that could say, see, you got to understand something. Being an executive is not just having an ear. It's having the ear, a mouth, the eye, and also fear not to say what the fuck needs to be said.
Right.
You better believe if Chopper was coming, I was like, yo, bro, do we need that? Do we need that? Do we need this young boy right now? Do we need to? And if we do, tell me why. Tell me what we want to get from dissing them. Tell me what the goal is from dissing them. Because you don't enter a war without having to exit. Look what happened to the United States when we fucking Afghanistan. You know how many we got millions of tanks. We got billions of equipment in Afghanistan because we went to fight the war, but we didn't plan on what to do with the shit when we were done. So when the war was over, the soldiers just left that shit. So it's literally, I ain't tripping. So that's my point. So with Chopper, I would just say, yo, before we go into a battle, what do we want? What do we want? Because if he doesn't respond, it's going to look a certain way.
Right.
What do we want? And to me, that's what I mean. Hey, listen, bro. Look at all of the motherfuckers. Look at the last records I touched. I think I still got, pull up Spotify right now. Somebody pull up Spotify. I'll do it right now. I don't care.
I like Chopper though. I like Chopper because he's comfortable in his skin.
Bro, I'm not afraid to say the motherfucking truth. Go to Spotify right now. Sweetie's top record is Best Friend. I made that shit. Tap In is the third. So her top 3 records are still records that had to be done when I was there. Why the other A&R ain't give it to her yet? You want to know why? Because the problem with our business is we think we could put anybody in that body. Let me tell you something. Anybody in that position. Let me tell you something. I was listening to Jimmy interview and he said something. As big as Apple is, it wouldn't have been shit without that one man, Steve Jobs. And think about it. He's been gone for 15 years now, yet Apple ain't invented shit since he's been gone.
Right.
So that lets you know how special Steve Jobs was. And we got a thing in our industry and our worlds where we throw great men away because we feel like we could do without them. Y'all seen Lean On Me, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. That motherfucker's going to have to call me back and come fix that shit. They all going to have to call. They're going to have to call me or a nigga like me to fix that. Because you can't do it without a nigga like me. That's why a nigga like me did it. But you just think you white. We just get another nigga. Go get another nigga. He ain't me. He is not me.
I love it.
And it's not even being arrogant. It's saying the proof's in the pudding.
Right.
Every company I went to, anybody I took a check from, they made their money back ×2. And by the way, I'm still making that last company. I'm still, because I'm still a number 1 record, I'm still making millions of dollars a year.
And you never wanted your own record label?
My goal wasn't to be Puff. That's not my goal. My goal was to save my family. That was it. That's why I never cared. That's why I never got mad. I never made no real enemies because I never cared. Like I remember I A&R Future's album and then I did all the work and then his manager tells me, we ain't giving you no credit. I'm giving it to somebody else. Okay, cool. I did it though. And by the way, when I saw Mike Will at the motherfucking verse, Mike Will was like, yo, nigga, we did that shit. You can't take that I was there.
Right.
See, some niggas need their name on paper.
Right.
Because that's the only way they feel satisfied. I was in a room. I know what I did because I learned from that motherfucker and I brand new did something with it. That's why my trajectory has been like this. I haven't stopped. Because I know you fuck me, it's cool. God gonna get you later. I gotta go. That wasn't meant for me. God gonna get you later.
So you don't be chasing people for the money then? Like that's not your thing.
I wish I knew how.
Right.
I wish I knew how. I don't know how. I just think it's lame.
Do you see yourself as a gatekeeper in hip hop?
I see myself as a gatekeeper, and I think that the reason why artists are whack right now is because they don't have no gatekeepers to go against. Let me tell y'all something. And let's look at the Temptations movie. You know how many times you had to rehearse, fucking sing for Barry Gordy for him to believe you? Damn, I had to sit outside for 8 hours to get back in line to hopefully go back in. I come from that. That's why they still touring to this day. Because they ain't just give it to them.
I love them.
They had to work for that shit. So to me, a gatekeeper is someone that sets the goal for you. I know you great, bro. How many edits you could get me from one day? You get me 30? All right, cool. I want you to get to the point you get me 90. 90, how am I do that? I'm going to push you there. And by the time you get there, you great. That's what greatness is.
So you're saying we need gatekeepers?
That's why everybody doesn't have effort.
But isn't that... Would you not say we need artist development too as well?
Gatekeepers, artists develop. Gatekeepers just gatekeepers just the doorman saying, "Nah, you ain't dressed for the club. Nah, you can't get. Nah, you can get in." They setting the tone for what's happening inside. This shit is scattered around.
Right.
Ain't no more gatekeepers. That's why everything is whack. Because the artists think they can do it without us. I'm not saying that it's the company's fault that she didn't have another record. It might be Sweetie's fault she ain't got another big record. It might be her fault she might have another big record. It might be hers because she made so much money she don't want to listen. But you need somebody in the room saying, "Hey, baby, let me tell you something. Beyonce got 100 times more. You want to go for that?" That's what gatekeeping is. Hey, bro, you doing great, but let's go further. Yo, I know we won 1 championship, but let's go for 2. That's gatekeeping. Not, man, whatever you guys want to do, I hope it's good. That's why the music sucks.
So who's the one responsible for getting people in the door then?
There's no more door. The house is broken down.
So how does one get into the house then? Like
you just gotta.
Who says who gets into the house?
I'm gonna tell you how you get into the house.
Okay.
It ain't no more house. You gotta set up a fire.
Okay.
Create a fire. Hopefully create smoke, and people come get you and come to you. And now people around you smoking. Now you got a house. And while they around you smoke, you charge them while they around you smoke, and you take the money, you give it to your people. You'll put bricks around this motherfucker.
Y'all like to smoke, and yo, keep putting bricks around us. Yo, get money from. Can we get money to get more bricks to get the house built, y'all? That's what it's like. Nobody knows how to do that. That's why everybody losing.
They don't know how to build fires.
They don't understand that there's nowhere to go. You got to do it where you at. If I'm a young Nas and I work in McDonald's, I ain't leaving McDonald's. I'm going to be the nigga working on fries. And I'm going to have my nigga, I'm going to say, yo, bro, do me a favor. Walk up to me with your camera and say, hey, my nigga, how long you going to be on fries? And I'm going to just bust out a rap about how, on fries, but I'm going to get this, I'm going to get my money, I'm going to get this and this, and I'm going to put that shit on Instagram, and I'm going to go viral. And everybody going to say, somebody got to snatch that little nigga from McDonald's. That's how you win now. Effort.
The effort era. It goes back to it. I like what he did there.
You have to try. If you're not trying, it's a statement. The only difference between extraordinary and ordinary is the word extra. Ordinary is ordinary. Put extra in front of it. Now you got extraordinary. So the only thing, everybody's ordinary, and the only thing you got to be the extraordinary is just give it a little extra.
I love that.
A little extra effort.
I love that.
I was mad when I came here. I didn't want to drive. But when the camera comes on, do you see that? Could you feel that?
No.
Because I know who I have to be to win. This is effort. I get frustrated back in the car. On the way home, I'm going to be pissed the whole ride.
In the traffic.
But y'all ain't going to never see that because
Dang, Carisha.
my job is to give effort. Why am I here if I'm not trying? I'd rather get out the seat and let another nigga try. It's like wasting a chick time.
Let's change gears a little bit. I love it. Thank you for effort. So there are artists with massive numbers, brand deals, and visibility who really can't sell tickets or move culture like offline. So if we stripped away bots, playlist manipulation, and algorithm gaming tomorrow, who do you think would still matter and who would disappear overnight?
I think that I think we are in an attention economy. And I think that artists that want to get attention are going to be artists who have something dynamic and unique about them. Beyonce can perform for 3 hours straight in 6-inch heels. Who the fuck can do that?
I've seen it. It's insane.
It's incredible, right?
It's amazing.
But guess what? Her father had her dancing in 6-inch heels when she was 14. That's why she's great. It took effort. So everybody's looking at her on stage like she's so amazing. I know what it took to get there. The same thing it took Kobe Bryant to be great. The same thing it took LeBron James to be great. If you want, you know what's so funny? Do a study, y'all.
Okay.
How many athletes turn rappers? You know why they turn rappers? Because it's easier. Because an athlete, I got to give effort. Rap, I could just roll up, smoke a joint, get in the studio. Smoke no that guy. Like, nigga, I said some shit, now I'm up. That was easy. And by the way, 2 Chainz is really dope. That's why he could do it. But these other motherfuckers, like, you know how many people quit playing sport to be an artist? And then it don't work. It's because they picking the laziest option. It's like, do you want to take the stairs or the elevator? I'm going for the elevator. I'm tired of the stairs. I want the stairs. Do not give me the elevator. I don't want to know where it's at. I don't want to get tempted to think about it. I want the stairs. I want to learn everything about the floor. The biggest problem with the world now is everybody's trying to get pulled up. And no one's trying to populate where they are. Everybody hates where they at. They try to get to another space. I love where I'm at. My only goal is to populate. Like, go wide. Everybody want to go up. Go wide.
Go wide.
When you hit the roof, what do you do next? You expand. That's what we should be doing. Nobody wants to expand because it takes effort.
Do you read?
I have a system. I listen to books.
Okay.
At 1.2 speed. And I take if the book is 10 hours, 1.2 speed makes it 7.5. I get through books like nothing. Like when I go home, I'm going to listen. I don't listen to music. Right. When I'm in my car, that's why I like living far. Because my ride home and my ride to the office is where I learn. That's when I do my learning. So, yeah, all day.
You always enjoy to learn, huh? It never turns off for you.
I wish I knew it all. The more information you know, the more better of a man you could be to your family, to the people in your life. So, and, you know, like I said, I have a father present like that. So, for me, I want to be everything to my family. So, I want to know everything. I know everything about a little about everything because my son might want to do it. And I want to know about it.
What's something amazing that your father taught you that you passed down to your son?
Man, I ain't going to even lie to you, man. I don't think. My father wasn't a teacher. He was more of a talker, and my father would just tell me that I matter. My mother has never told me to this day I'm handsome.
Really?
What? To this day, my mother will tell my brother, oh, he's so fine. My mother will not. When women like me, my mother be like, I don't get it. Nigga, that's your mother. Think about that, nigga. You know how humble you got to be to have that kind of. And by the way, my family, y'all laughing. That's how we laugh at it. It's like, what you want me to say, motherfucker? I see what I see. It's like, okay. So I grew up in a world, man, where my family was the best thing to happen to me because it was the truth. My mother don't hold back. I love my mom. I remember my family is the type of family. We are a project family. We're going to tell you what we see every time. And I remember my uncle Derek, who I look up to, he was like, man, I saw you outside with Timothy and Teron one day in front of the discount mall. Because I used to sell, Timothy and Teron is Rock City, if anybody doesn't know. I used to sell pornos in front of the mall to survive. So I used to sell pornos in front of the discount mall. So my uncle walked up one day and saw me selling pornos. And he was like, what's up, nephew? And I was like, what's up? He said, I thought you was doing music. I said, I still am, but I got to hustle. That's my artist. And I pointed to them. And he said, I looked at them and told my friend as I walked away, man, I'm going to have to teach my nephew how to sell cars. He ain't going nowhere in life. Now that same person I was looking at is the biggest writer in the motherfucking world. You can't tell. That's why you can't tell me nothing.
Backing it up.
Only people I want to listen to is people that experienced it.
Right.
If you ain't experienced it, matter of fact, we should set a new rule on Carisha the Diva show. If you hadn't experienced it, you should not be able to talk about it.
I like that. Listen, I agree.
You should be able to ask about it.
You can ask.
But you should not be able to talk about it. You should not be able to tell people how to sell 1 million records if you haven't done it.
Yes.
You should not tell people how to make $1 million in the music business if you're not doing it without getting the money from them.
Yes. Yes. Don't tell nobody how to run their podcast or their platform if you don't have a platform.
Thank you.
I love that.
Do you see Joe Budden or Ian giving out their secrets to pods?
No.
Hell no.
No.
We
never.
making $20 million a year. The only people that get that up, the people like, we ain't making no money. So
I love that. I love that. Let's change gears a little bit, just a little bit. So we got to talk about it. Violence, public humiliation, drama consistently outperform stories of healing or growth in black media algorithms. We both know it. Do you believe platforms are reflecting reality or conditioning audiences to normalize black suffering?
I think that we look at it wrong. It's not about black suffering. Humans and all people like to see suffering, period. Like people like to see something that they normally don't see. So people will much rather see two people fighting. If there was two dudes talking on one side of the street and two dudes fighting on the other side of the street, who do you think everybody's going to pay attention to?
Fighting.
Why? Because they're doing something we're not used to seeing. So a lot of the time we like to say low vibration. It's not really low vibration. It's just, can you believe this bullshit that these niggas is doing? And because we can't believe it, it actually goes viral. But we have to find a way to tell the stories of the positive shit too.
Yes, and how do we do that? Even yesterday, with that situation with Glow and her sister is on every single block. It spread in less than a few minutes. And I'm going to take it a step back. Just like a week and a half ago with Johnny Blaze, and I think she was beefing with
some girl.
Yeah.
I hate talking about that type of shit, but yeah, you're right.
I know, but you get what I'm saying though. How fast the blogs just pick it all up. But them blogs will never post Johnny's album when it drops.
Because nobody gives a fuck about Johnny's album. Not being disrespectful.
I understand.
Johnny cannot be the drama queen and say, but look at my music. That is the problem.
That's her problem? You think
that is not her. That is all of their problem. I don't want to single out Johnny Blaze. That's my homegirl.
I love her.
But when you showing your ass on one hand, right, and you showing how sexy you are on the other hand, I'm a man. I see you on the piano, but I see that ass too. You can't get mad at them looking at the ass if you're showing it. So I get what you're trying to do, but at the end of the day, you know what you got to do? You got to do what Ray is doing right now. Like I said, I'm not giving him my $100,000 a month job for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. So, I know you got your body sells the money, so then you got to find a way, Johnny Blaze, to turn that body into what they see on music. So I try to find a way to say, ass fat, ass fat. I would do that. You get way further doing that than you would. It goes back to what I said about Thug earlier. Thug dropped the album last year. His biggest hit was Whoop-De-Doo. That was the most quoted thing he said for 2025. That's what I mean. No disrespect to the album, but I'm saying you saw more people saying Whoop-De-Doo because Thug is a hit. He don't have to make a hit song. He could just talk and be a hit. Right. That's what I wish more artists did. I wish artists like Thug and all these people, I wish that they understood that the frame is broken now, and instead of just I wish Thug had a podcast.
Look, you are cooking today.
Like, if Thug had a podcast, because this is what people don't understand. And I love 21. I love Thug. I'd rather hear them talk than hear them rap. Because y'all are brilliant. And I want to hear how you think. Tell us what you think, bro. We need a hero right now. We know the white folks going to listen to the rap. But go do more podcasts and tell us what you think, because y'all niggas have figured it out. So to me, it's like I just think we look at it wrong. It's like I can get you so many different ways now. Like think about it. I could. How many ways can you get water? You got 3 ways of getting water. It could be frozen, it could be liquid, or it could be mist. But it's still water.
Right.
So the problem with them is they just want to sell water. I'm like, freeze yourself up. Get on that heat. Let that shit drop. Let that shit drop. Take it to the sky. Like, find a way. You got to be smarter. It's going to take a little bit more effort.
Right.
Simple as that.
What do you think about his After Streets campaign that 21 Savage started?
I think that, I hate that the Fuck the Streets campaign is really about Atlanta to me. Atlanta is a city that, when I came to Atlanta in 91, there was no Bloods and Crips here. It was black people riding, and then all of a sudden Atlanta became very street, Bloods and Crips everywhere. It became very street, and it kind of overpowered the good part of Atlanta to the point where you felt a little unsafe, right? It was like if these kids was like wilding out, right? Stealing cars, riding scooters. And it just got really, really bad. And I feel like it got bad because the only messaging we heard was in the music. And you know, sometimes in music, listen, Kingpin Skinny Pimp is one of my favorite rappers. He has a song he has a record on his song, Nobody Crosses Me. And he basically says, he has that, whether they sign or they're gonna drop, and then he goes, I'm serious, man. When the doors can kick down, nobody could duck. And then somebody goes, what about his mother and kids? He go, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Or record, that shit sound hard as fuck. What about his mother and kids? Nigga, I don't give a fuck. But nigga, if you talk, one of my friends actually said it when we was 18. I never forget. He's a crackhead now. He's
Lord Jesus.
No. This was the moment I knew his life was over. I'm being honest. Because we were beefing with some kids in high school. And, you know, we was like, you know, we kids, you know, they jumped him. And he was like, man, I'm going to kill them niggas. And I'm like, what about his mother and kids? And he was like, nigga, I don't. He said that to me just like that. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like Kingpin Skinny Pimp, nigga. And by the way, they shot them niggas up a couple days later. No. And life has been different since we was 18. So my point is that when Kingpin Skinny Pimp rap it sounds really fucking dope.
Right.
But when you say it out loud without no music, it becomes really dangerous. And that's why rappers got to talk. They got to treat themselves like wrestlers. Like wrestlers wrestle, and we know they can really kick your ass, but it's fake. And they don't want to hurt you, and they got these storylines, and we follow it, and that's why we do it. And what I'm telling you is more of them could do that because we don't really know if they're friends behind closed doors. Who cares? Now I'm Thug. I'm like, yo, I'm going to beef with you today. We're going to diss each other. This is what we're going to go on some wrestling shit. And then nobody gets hurt. It's like, you got to just get to that. It's like, we got to force the entertainment now. We got to stage it. Kinda.
We gotta stage it. I like that. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. So this is our hot seat segment with Ray Daniels. My new segment for 2026 is the nitty gritty. Do you like that name?
Let's go.
I love that. He likes it. Okay. So I'm gonna shoot some things at you and you're just gonna give your opinion. Is Nicki Minaj playing chess or checkers?
I think she's playing chess, but I think everybody else around her thinks she's playing checkers. So checkers is the sprint, chess is the marathon. They booed Rocky the first 11 rounds of the fight with Drago, but he kept fighting back so much that by the last round they was cheering for him. So I don't know what Nicki is doing, but I do know, I think she knows what she's doing. That's what I'll say.
I live with that. I like that. Chris Brown still hasn't made it back on a major stage since that incident happened. Why? Why is that?
Because America hasn't needed Black America to forgive a white man for doing the same thing.
How come Black people pick and choose who we crucify? Because some people are calling for Epstein files that say they would still buy a R. Kelly concert ticket.
Because what we got to start doing is we got to stop lumping Black people up. I've never seen saying, like, you know, like Black people, like I'm a Black and I don't talk about Epstein files at all. Like, it's like, that's a different kind of Black. It's not the Black that I am. So when I hear Black people talk, I'm like, I don't know no Black people talking about that. Everybody Black, I'm talking about getting money. Fuck these politics. What you doing for your family? Where's the money at? None of us are focused. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're focused on Epstein files and you're focused on Trump and everything else, you have missed what's really happening right now. That is the new show. That is the number one show on TV right now, the Donald Trump show. He's getting all your attention while they do everything they want to fucking do. I don't pay no attention to the motherfucker. I just do what I need to do for me and mine.
TV off. What is single-handedly holding the Black community back?
The Black community. We don't let each other grow. Like, look at this. There are white people that are Republicans. There are white people that are Democrats. I've never seen a white person crucify another white person for their political choices. Black people, you better be a Democrat or you're a fucking sellout. That is stupid, Black folks. You're basically telling the Democrat people, y'all don't got to do shit to get our loyalty. And that's why we ain't got shit.
Wait, Ray Daniels. Why is rap not charting anymore?
Because it's not good.
None of it's good?
See what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to do this now.
I'm just diving a little deeper.
When the last time you listened to the new rap album that you was excited about? See what I'm talking about? What she's doing right now, what you got to stop doing, what you're doing right now is you're removing you from the character. You act like, I don't know. You know, because you don't listen to it. The answer is it's not good because you're not listening to it either. None of us are because none of it's good. It all sounds the same. So you be like, what? I'm like, why are you not listening to it? Because it's not good. Exactly.
Does where you're from determine if you're worthy as a rapper?
Does what?
Does where you're from, like what city you're from? Does it determine if you're worthy?
It doesn't determine, but it should determine. It should play a role in your character.
Should black people be given reparations?
Yes, but I don't think it should be money.
Okay, dive deeper. What do you think?
I think black people should get reparations. I think the way America has to fix with black folks is they have to give us some relief. Like black folks shouldn't have to pay taxes. Black folks shouldn't have to pay for college. It's certain like how they do Indians and they give Indians land and all this stuff. They ain't going to, and why? I don't think America wants to give black people shit because we talk so much. I think we so fucking loud. They're like, you can't give them nothing. You give one person reparation, it's like, so sometimes I think they're like, you can't do nothing. I really think white people want to help us, but they like, man, as soon as we say we was wrong, y'all gonna fucking go crazy on us. They just be like, just live in a lie. Just don't acknowledge. I'm telling you,
songs, jingles.
Come on.
They going crazy. Which DJ in Atlanta actually broke artists in the past 2 years? Ooh.
I'm a pass. I want to say I'm a pass because we ain't had an artist break in the last 3 years. We ain't had one. Bankhead trying, everybody trying, but none of the artists are stars. Because as soon as they get money, they turn it to different people. Motherfucker get $100,000 and think they rich. You get you $100 million, bro.
Right. Well, shout out to the ones that are doing good though. YK and Bunna B and Belly Gang and yeah.
Well, no. See, that's what they did. That's how they set people like me up. They are nowhere near broken. They are Atlanta famous. They are not worldwide household brand names like Ludacris, like 2 Chainz. You can't put them on commercials yet to sell State Farm insurance. It's no disrespect. There's a level to breaking. They are famous, and they're doing very well, and they're making money. But a gatekeeper needs to be around them saying, more. We're not done yet. More. We got more to go. We're not done yet. We just sold our fucking Earthlink Live or whatever that shit is called, Center Stage. That's not that. I want Fox Theater in 18 months. How we going to get there?
Gatekeepers.
That's what we need. You need an enemy. You need a bully. You need somebody to fight.
Right.
You have to have somebody to fight. Artists are not fighting anybody. They're just getting songs on their phone and putting it up, and the fans are laughing at them because they ain't fought nobody.
Gatekeepers. Do you believe that the machine purposely creates noise?
That's the only way the machine eats if they make noise.
What's one thing you want to leave behind in your legacy?
When my dad died, March 3rd, 2002, I never forget. I was broke. It was right after September 11th. I didn't have nothing. I remember my dad was one of the greatest men ever. Like, my dad wasn't there. He was in my life. He just lived in New York. And I remember I promised his grave. I never forget. Everybody was just talking, laughing. I can't believe my dad was there. I was like, I promise you, I'm going to make the name matter. Because I got his name.
Right.
I promise you, when I go, the name Ray Daniels is going to mean something. That was what I said to my dad at his grave. I swear to God. Everything I do is to honor my father. Right. That's why I don't fuck up. Do
you feel like you're on the right path, or that he would be proud now? Which I'm pretty sure he is.
Man, what?
Right.
It's funny, man. I had a friend, family friend, come that been knowing me since we was in Webster Projects, and he came and he saw the house, and he was like, no, I'll give it one better. We have a family member in our family who is a famous politician. Well, not famous politician, but when you're in the projects, if somebody has any job, that means a lot. And my mother used to admire this one Aunt Margarita. I mean, this woman might as well have been Jesus. I don't think I met her but twice in my life.
What?
But I heard her name everywhere because she worked at the governor's office. She did something like that. And I never forget, before she passed away, I still didn't see her when she came down. She came to Atlanta, and she went to my mother's house where my mother lives in. And that house is 7,000 square feet, full court, basketball court, pool, everything. And she's like, oh, my God, y'all did so great. And she's like, let me take you to Raymond's house, right? My house, right? 8 houses down. And then she was riding my driveway, and she started crying. Because she was like, I can't believe that y'all got this far. And they wrote us off. Because she was my grandfather. My grandfather died when my mother was 14. Mm-hmm. She was my grandfather's sister. My grandfather had a drug problem. So they kind of frowned at my family, right? Like, oh, that's the drug family. I took that shit. I ate that. I couldn't wait to bring every last motherfucker in the Augustine family. Come see how fucking far we got. The Daniels family. Come see what the Throwaways did, motherfucker. Come see what I did. My driveway's a 1/4 mile long.
Legacy.
Come see what I did.
Legacy.
Come see what I did. My fucking lake is named Lake Ray Daniels, nigga. Like Lake Barnell, motherfucking Martin. Lake Barnell. My lake is Lake Ray, nigga. It's a sign in front of it, nigga. You can't. Yes, I did it, and that's why you can't tell me nothing. That's why people can't gaslight me, because that's what you do to poor people.
Right.
You can't gaslight a rich nigga, because a rich nigga got the right mindset.
The last question: what do you want to accomplish? What's one thing you want to accomplish in 2026? We're still kind of fresh in the year.
My goal is my 50th birthday. I'm 46.
You look great.
Yeah, I'm 46. I don't have no gray hair in my head, none of that shit. I don't dye my hair, nothing. On my 50th birthday, I want to retire. I'm working every day to retire on my 50th birthday. I want to hand all my companies to my families, or my kids, whoever, and I want to have built something, and I want to go around the world and do philanthropy and help change the world in perspective. So my perspective is based on the next 5 years and what I need to do, and to make sure that I'm up 100 million when I turn 50.
We claim it in the name of Jesus. Yeah. Listen, Ray Daniels, thank you so much for talking with us today. Yes, this is Ray Daniels on the Lava Carisha Show, streaming on the Big Facts Network. After you watch that, click that subscribe button, comment, follow your girl. As always, stay fabulous, stay blessed. Peace. Ooh, I like that one.